Thomas, it's another very sort of well-contested match, but one you've just come out on the wrong end of. What were your thoughts on the match and the performance of your team?
Yeah, hi Hector. Very proud of the players and the team. I think we performed very well. I think it's a game we are winning 7 out of 10 times. I think we absolutely hammered Leicester first half. And that's the team that became 5th last year, that came with everything. Very, very impressive. We pressed aggressively, we won the ball, we dominated in possession, we created chances. They had nothing besides a moment of lucky punch of brilliance, depending on which side you are on. I know Tielemans is good, but I promise you he's not doing that 100 out of 100 times. Not even 10 out of 10 out of 100 times. Second half, we continued. We're in the game, strong mentality, got the equalizer, win for the win. We could easily, accept, we got a point against one of the big clubs. No, we have a fantastic mentality, going for the win. And the only moment in the game where I'm disappointed is the 2-1 goal. We need to do better there, recover better get under the ball quicker. But besides that, I can't ask more from the players.
As you mentioned, Leicester, another very, very big, powerful club. Your fixtures at home have not been easy. That said, you must be a bit disappointed that there just haven't been quite the results at home, because it can be a fortress for your team, can't it?
Yeah, I agree. 100% agree. I think if you look at the 3 games where we lost at home, Leicester, we should easily have won this game. Chelsea should have won it. Brighton, definitely a draw if we shouldn't have won it. So I think it's just the fine margins of football.
Yeah, thank you. That's great for me, Thomas.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Hi, Thomas. I just wanted to ask you about the earlier goal that Ivan Toney did score. He did appear to be onside, and VAR appeared not to check it, and then did check it later on, and showing some lines showing that he was still onside. I just wondered what your reaction to that was, and whether you've seen any replays and think it was onside and should have been a goal.
I haven't seen anything because I can't change it. In general, I trust people. That's the way I'm raised, and that's the thing I'm believing in. I trust VAR. I trust that they get the things right. So I really hope they nailed it and got it right. If they didn't, of course, I would be disappointed.
Thomas, what's the situation with Ethan Pinnock, please?
Hi, Julian. I don't know exactly. He got a contact to the same hip that subbed from the Liverpool game. So we will assess him tomorrow and see where he is.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. I should be fine, yeah. Jay?
Hi, Thomas. Commiserations on the result. Like you said, another strong performance against a team that was in the top 6 last year, ends a run of games against West Ham, Chelsea, Liverpool. But I just wanted to ask you, Tielemans' goal was out of this world, but it felt a little bit similar to Chilwell's last week, where on the edge of the box, perhaps somebody needs to be on the edge of the box in that situation. I'm not too sure if you saw it in the same way. Just wondered what you thought.
No, the way we organize was fine. We want to be organized like that. If you want to avoid that situation, Jay, I promise you there's a lot of other situations you don't avoid. And yes, quality, but I'm just still, for me, giving that situation 100 out of 100 times. The way you run into the ball, there's not many times he'll put it into the top corner.
I think, is it also important to remember that, as you've said before, Brentford have the smallest budget in the Premier League. You've got such a small squad. So injuries to people like Vitali, Shandon, Johan, Madsbeck, they have quite an impact on who you can call on from the bench when you want to change a situation when you're chasing a game late on. Yeah,
I think it's no secret to say that we have the smallest budget, and we're also, of course, more fragile to injuries to key players. But I trust my squad, I trust my players. And if we keep putting performance in like this, we'll be fine.
I also wanted to ask again about the second goal. What do you think kind of just happened in that situation? I know you were speaking to Sergi just before, so were you just trying to make sure that you were prepared for what was going to happen, or what was going on there?
No, situation research was something else. I think there's no secret that we are very offensive on our set pieces, that we want to win the second ball and be on top of the second phase and maybe put the ball into the back stick or whatever. But we know that there can be counters in that situation, but we want to be brave and offensive thinking in that situation. And the way to solve that is that actually when I think it was Baka who actually got the ball under pressure, we were still 3 under the ball in that situation. And then as a recovery runs, there was 2 late coming back in, and we took some wrong decisions. So that was the disappointing thing in that situation.
Thank you, Thomas. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Yeah, thank you. Welcome.
Jim, can you hear us?
Yep, yeah, I can hear just about. Hi there, Thomas.
Hi, Jim.
Can you hear me? Hi.
Yeah.
Obviously, 9 games in now, and I know you look at performances. There haven't really been any poor or below par performances, have there? How much do you take from that?
Hi, Jim. Yeah, 100% agree. I think our performance has been more or less spot on. I think if you look at I know, the momentum that a game can change, then you score, then you defend, drop it back in. But if you look at the overall situations and performances throughout, we shouldn't have lost a game in Premier League, which is impressive. And I can say that with, no one will argue against that, which is crazy. So that tells everything about our performances. And I think we got a little bit better throughout. And the way we dominated Leicester in the first half, that is extremely impressive, I must say.
Obviously, the fine margins that you often talk about, it's also a case of being clinical, isn't it, at the right times? Is that an area that maybe you could get those margins up a little bit, do you think?
Yeah. I know it's margins, clinical, quality, unlucky, whatever. Everything is linked. I don't know how many percentages you give to the margins or you give to the quality or I haven't figured that equation out yet. I think I believe strongly if we keep doing what we're doing and getting the situation we're getting into, we will win more matches than we lose for the rest of the season. And we should also have won more matches. I believe so much in if we can replicate the performance again, then we would have won it if we played tomorrow. And that's what we need to believe in. Then we need to learn from the small mistakes, especially, for example, the 2-1 goal, and keep developing.
Just a couple of quick ones. Obviously, you had a chat with Kasper Schmeichel at the end. Did you talk to him about the compliment that they gave you by wasting time that early in the game?
I actually didn't say that, but I should have said that to him. I thought about it during the game, that he was wasting the time during first half. I was thinking, come on, Kasper, you're better than that. But I know he's a clever player. And I just said to him, he was fucking lucky. Or they were fucking lucky today. That was my word to him. And then we discussed a little bit back and forth. And then he said, yeah, we were good, especially the first half. But also that they experienced some of the same when they got up. In some games, they couldn't get over the line for whatever reason. So, yeah, good chat.
Finally, Christian Norgard was outstanding today, wasn't he? I mean, he sort of really stepped up to the level, hasn't he?
Yeah, Christian was fantastic. I think we have some good players. I think we have a good team. I know we need to prove the whole season, but can we keep doing what we have done so far? We'll be fine.
Brilliant. Thanks, Thomas.
You're welcome.
Ivan, stop, please, Ivan.
And as a question?
I think he's just trying to get off mute. Give me 2 secs, I'll help him.
Alessandro, you can go while we're waiting.
Oh, they want me. Hi, Thomas. I don't know if you can hear me. My connection's not very good. Just looking at your fixtures, the next 3 games, obviously against the teams in the bottom 3. I know that you're concentrating on performances, but how important will those 3 games be in terms of obviously establishing yourself before winter comes?
I only know one thing. I know who we're playing on Wednesday. That is Stoke.
Okay, but you do have games.
Well, I know. I mean, I actually mean it. I know, but I mean it. I'm only focused on Stoke. I want to win that game. And then, of course, I know we're facing Burnley because that's on Saturday.
Yeah.
But I'm not thinking about anything else than beating Stoke on Wednesday. And then we will see who we're facing after. Honestly, I don't do that.
Okay, can I rephrase it then? How important is it to beat the teams towards the bottom as opposed to the team you'd like to compete against the teams, the big teams, which you're doing. But how important is it to beat the teams at the bottom?
Yeah, I think I take any points if it's against number 1 or number 20 in the Premier League. I don't care. But of course, I understand where you come from. So I understand that at some points, that's why it's called 6-point games or whatever. That is more important against the different teams. But I think I'll do everything I can, honestly, not to think too much about that when we go into the game. To really look at the performance, what is the game plan, focusing on that. That's what I strongly believe in.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, Ian.
Last point, please. Last point, Alex. Yeah.
Is it me? Yes. Hi, Thomas. Good to see you again. We saw Burmo come off on the hour mark. What do you make of his performance, as he didn't really have the greatest of days today?
Ahmed, yeah, he came off, but it was a minor injury. I don't know how bad it is. I hope it's nothing special. I think that Brian did a fine game. Not maybe one of his best, not one of his worst. Right now, of course, it's not good when you can't remember that many top actions. But I at least remember a good chance he were involved in, and he worked hard, like always in the pressure. So I need to watch it back a little bit more before I can be more specific.
Matthias Jensen was a real bright spark in your side today, despite the loss. What have you made of his performances since returning from injury?
Yeah, I agree. I think that was maybe his best game. And I think really he gave us some quality on the ball. Where he could dictate the game a bit more. So I'm really pleased with that, I must say. Now we just need to find the balance with the right balls in behind and so on. But a good performance, and we need that.
And lastly, Marcus Forss obviously had a chance to come on today and obviously played. What have you made of him adjusting into the league? Because obviously he's quite a young lad right now.
I think especially against Chelsea he did well. I think today he worked very hard. I think he came into the game where it was a little bit open, a little bit unstructured, which, no problem. That's football, especially in the end of the game. And I still felt that he got into some good positions where him didn't benefit of the right balls in.
Okay, thank you. That's all me, Thomas. Thank you very much. Thank you, Chris.
You're welcome. Thank you.
No other hands raised, so we'll leave it there, and I believe Brendan is ready to fire away.
Take care.
Thank you. They're bringing the player out, or?